Hello, folks, and welcome back to your new grow. In today's episode, we will be tidying the greenhouse. As you can see behind me, it's a lovely day, but the weather's about to change. We've got about an hour and a half before the rain comes. So we'll see what we can do. I'm hoping to be able to clear out most of this greenhouse so we can have a look then at the tomatoes. And we'll be feeding there today as well, and we will try to do a bit of planting. So let's go. So today we will be looking at lowering the staging in the greenhouse just to give a bit more space for the tomatoes. As I've mentioned in the previous episode, they were getting really close to the glass. They are now pretty much at the glass, and you can't quite see it in the frame there, but there's actually one of them that is trying to escape. I came in, so it's mid-afternoon just now. I came in this morning, it was just underneath, and now it's very much going to get crushed when the vent's going to come down at nighttime. I was looking at the cucumbers as well, which are looking quite good. We have a couple that we will be able to harvest today. And we will also be looking at feeding the tomatoes and cucumbers today. And I'm hoping to be able to sow a couple of things, but we'll see that together. In terms of the big tidy, I was planning to get the camera on time lapse, but I don't think I'll be able to get it. It's windy outside, so it's definitely the tripod's not going to take it. Don't want the same incident than last episode. Um, we'll see if I can rig something up in here. Otherwise, I'll catch up with you once it's been done. As you have seen in the time lapse, we've just cleared out all the ones that were on the ground, cleared out the space. We've got a bit more of a path in here. I just thought that before I continue clearing them, I would show you, because I'm going to be that's what I wanted to avoid. I'm going to be tidying those ones because they're going to go straight back on there. And they're a bit more fragile, those ones. So I will go ahead and start tidying them as I go along. I was just going to show you how I'm doing this. The first part that we will clear on this plant are the suckers. So what is a sucker? You've got a tiny one here, but you've got a bigger one right here, which you can see. So you've got your main stem on your plant, the main leaves, and in between them, there's one here as well. Right at the junction between the two, you have those offspring growing. Earlier in the season, you can actually leave them to grow on a bit bigger. Those ones are still quite small for that, but you can leave them on for a bit longer, take them off, and just use them as like a second crop. Just basically make cuttings of your plant. You can see some of them have been removed. See the wee dot in here? That's where the sucker have been removed. But obviously they either regrow or keep growing, so easy enough. Just wiggle about and that comes off really easily. I'll show you what's this one. Just one side, the other, and it just comes off. It's a bit harder to come off. You might want to use secateurs. This one still comes. There we go. So there's another one right here. We'll do same thing, one side, the other, and it's off. And straight in the bag for the compost. Once we've done this, these ones are not too bad actually. I will probably just wait until they're back on the staging and just trim as necessary. A bit scared with this one because the wind is picking up now. Hoping it's not going to fall off. But if you see on this side, I have cut a few of them, which were getting a bit too much in the way of other plants. around, but otherwise I tend to leave. See, like this, I would probably end up chopping it because it's actually getting in the way of this one, which will be producing right here some fruits hopefully soon. You can see tiny where my thumb is there. You can kind of see the fruits coming. So this one will probably be chopped, but I will just leave that once I put the stage back on. Once I put them back up there, then I will see which one I need to trim. As we've got one done. I will do the same with the other ones, take them out as I go along, put them against the wall to protect them. I will also, you will see in the time lapse, I will add new marigold. I've got still marigold left there, so I will add some new marigold around just to protect them a bit better. Some of them have been definitely damaged by slugs, or at least the marigolds have. So I will take care of that and then keep clearing the stage, but I'll get you back on the time lapse for that. That's tidy space, although some of them are fairly high. I'm not too keen on getting them right on the ground, so I think I'm just going to end up having to top them off those ones. Probably two of them anyway, just now. Those ones here, which you see slightly higher, they've not been touched yet. They need to be brought down as well. But it started raining and the wind really picked up. And then the other ones have a couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days before they get to the same point as the other ones. So we'll still have a bit of time. Obviously, it's been all tidied up, taking all the offsprings off. I've actually kept one just to show you. Obviously, again, it's too late in the season for this, but if you get them early in the season, or if you're in a place where you get an actual growing season, it might be worth leaving some of the offspring to go to something, round about this kind of thickness. What I would say is chop off properly, chop off the excess, yeah, and just leave a couple of leaves at the top. At most, you can even cut this one off. Just keep this. Grab yourself a pot that is large enough for now for something nice. It's right at the bottom there. So this, I believe, is a 5-inch pot, 12 centimeter 5-inch pot. So something nice. Then fill it up, compost. Filled up with compost. Lay right down, almost to the bottom. Push it down a bit, and that's here. I'll actually keep this one just as a small example to see how it goes over time. Although do keep in mind that it is too late in the season now. So you may have noticed as well during the time lapse, we've sprung up right here and here. You'll be able to see them just for the, and actually we'll have to rig one up, which I think I'm going to do along the way in front of the tomatoes, but I'm not quite sure for this one. But we've rigged up for the two at the back, for the two cucumber to go right across. So that's it done. And while I was doing this, I thought the one at the back wasn't doing too well, and I couldn't quite understand why it wasn't doing well at all. And then I suddenly realized why, and I will show you if I just grab the camera, I will be able to show you there is actually an offspring coming from right here. That just grew, and it's actually, this one's producing fruits as well. So I've rigged up this one just to tie it up as well. So we have now, well, suppose we still have 4 plants, but we actually have 5 stem producing. Well, we harvest this one, we'll leave the other one just now, we'll leave that one there just a bit longer. It's still doing fine, but we'll harvest this one. It's turning a bit yellow underneath, and that's usually a sign that it's time to harvest. Now that we're happy with the tomatoes, the way they look, it's time for a feed. So I personally quite use Tomorite. I'm hoping next year to start producing, or for next year to start producing my own fertilizer. I need to look a bit more into it. For the time being, that's what I use. So I've already filled up the watering can, and I will just fill that up. So I get about 40 ml for one of those watering can, which I believe is about 9-10 liter. 9 liter. Give it a bit of a stir. When you do water your plants, try to avoid the leaves, especially for Tomorite. Some of them will tell you to water the leaves, or spray the leaves. I believe like the rose feed, you have to get to the leaves as well. But most plants you will want to avoid and just really water the soil. Otherwise it might actually burn the leaves. That's our tomatoes done. Let's harvest the cucumber. So to harvest the cucumber, and the same with courgette as well, I would always advise to take some of the stem with you. Try keep it clean. There we go. Got the leaf that came with it, but it's trying to avoid to take it off, but it doesn't matter. If you keep a bit of the stem with it, it will last longer in the fridge. As we now reach August, it's time to think about winter, late autumn obviously, but winter, overwinter, the hungry gap, as well as early spring. To help with this, there's one fantastic veg that can be harvested right through from, well, pretty much from now right until early March, mid-March, depending on the frost, is kale. This one is a black kale. I'm not particularly a big fan of kale, but it does work in stir fry. It also freezes well, and it does keep something in the garden over the allotment over the winter period. So this one will be for the allotment specifically. We'll do, I believe it's 20, yeah, a tray of 20. So we'll do this tray. I think 20 plants should do us more than enough for, even if excess, we will be able to give away to friends and family, and they will be frozen as well. So we've got plenty of seeds, so I think what we will do is probably sow a couple per module and just pick the best. I'm actually just gonna we'll put a couple of seeds in each module. Well, 3 then. Okay, 3 again. If we can stick to two, no point to waste, kill. It's quite easy to grow, so it's very unlikely that we won't have a successful sowing. Little goes a long way. I was just checking those ones are so by 2026, so plenty of time to use them. We'll definitely use them by then. We'll might actually even do a bit of successional sowing, so we have some. I believe you can start sowing them, yes, in March for June harvest. So depending how those ones are doing, I've not actually sown these ones before, so I'm not exactly sure how they will do. I've heard they were doing quite good and they were quite nice. Again, still don't like them, but never know. But if they do well, we will sow some more in March, which will do some for the summer, and then we'll probably do some again in a year time for the next hungry gap. So now that we've sown this, we need to mark them to make sure. Remember what they are. Always marking them. There we go, and that's all trade done, which we will pop just up here. And just like that, we have reached the end of today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed the content of today, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.